In today's match preview, you will get the Blades and Rotherham United's team news for Tuesday's derby clash, as well as last time out, player connections, and wait until the end to find out what our score predictions are. Welcome to today's match preview between Sheffield United and Rotherham United. What a South Yorkshire derby we have got on Tuesday night. How are you doing today, sir?
I'm pretty tired, but very delighted to be here with you. Yeah, so I've been up from UK time, because I'm here living in Cyprus now, since 3 a.m. And here I am. I know
I can tell as well.
I look older. It's dark here. It's wet. It's
you actually
windy.
look like a vampire.
Thank you. That's just the poor lighting, but really appreciate it. The tan not going well, but welcome to all of you joining us now. This is a big game, a derby game, but also, Nick, a special game. This is the designated Sheffield United Remembrance Day game, and wreaths will be laid before kickoff, which is a 7:45 p.m. kickoff at beautiful downtown Bramall Lane.
It's been a long time in the waiting as well, hasn't it? Because this was the game that we were supposed to play after the Queen passing, and the country decided that there was going to be no football, but every other sport was going to be played. So I think everybody got a lot of stick for that, the FA. But yeah, we're here, and we're actually playing really well. The last time we were supposed to be playing Rotherham, we were also playing really well. Rotherham were playing really well, and I believe that Paul Warne was still the Rotherham manager. Yes. So I think right now this is probably the best time that we can replay this game after that absolutely fantastic mauling of the Clarets.
Yeah, talk me through it. What a game.
What a game. What a game. Well, I wasn't saying what a game at half-time. At half-time, I was absolutely dejected. I really was, because I thought we played really well. I thought we did well going forward. I thought we pressed exceptionally well, and they were kind of playing on the break. And Benson, as I sit on the south stand, Benson was having Ender Stevens on toast every time he got the ball on that wing. Obviously picked up 2 goals as well. The first one, Jack Robinson heading into his own net, which was clearly on target. I looked at Flash Score after that went in, and it said Robinson own goal. It was clearly on target, going straight down Wes's throat. But unfortunately, it's one of those things. I didn't blame Jack Robinson for that one. I did blame him for the second one. The second one was really, really poor. Bless him. But we went in 2-1 down. I was fearing the worst, but I did tweet at halftime saying there are more goals in this game, and this certainly were. I'm not going to go through every one because we'll be here until Christmas, because we scored 4 wonderful goals in that second half. And I think only one of them didn't come, not directly from a set piece, but yeah, most of them came from crosses into the box. And that just showed our prowess in the air with Anel, with Egan, with Ollie McBurney. It was just fantastic to see. And obviously, Jackie Longthrow, he redeemed himself in a big way. And I think, Hal, that was 3-2. So Jackie Robinson went from being 0 to hero, and then we went on and smashed them 5-2.
What an incredible game. Probably my favourite of the season so far. Now, last time out against Rotherham is what we're going to look at now. 9th of March 2019, the last league game at the Lane between these two. Defender Jack O'Connell gave the Blades the perfect start by turning in Oliver Norwood's clever low corner, as the Rotherham defence was pretty slow to react. You might also remember the long throws of their captain Will Vokes. He looked like that was the way for Rotherham to get back in this, but the threat disappeared when he was actually sent off for a late tackle on George Baldock. United dominated the second half. It was a game played in driving rain, a bit like I've been dealing with today in Cyprus. And just seconds after Marek Rodak made a superb save to keep out Ender Stevens' header, the keeper was beaten by, Mark Duffy's strike. 8 players played in that game that are still at the club, and it's good to see, actually, the lineup when you've got Basham at the back, Egan, of course, O'Connell, who I mentioned there, Baldock and Stevens, Norwood and Fleck involved, Sharp on the bench. But yeah, great days, a squad full of players that it'll bring back fond memories of. Even Martin Craney was involved in that one. McGoldrick up front with Scott Hogan. I could have asked you to guess for a little while who was playing up front with. It might have been a while.
No, I think I'd have got it because it's those four, isn't it? And Connor Washington might have played some of that season as well, or at least been on the books. But it was Medine, Hogan, Sharp, and McGoldrick, wasn't it?
Yeah, Medine actually came on for Basham on 65.
Fantastic. Did you mention that you were in Cyprus right now? I don't think you've mentioned that yet.
Yeah, in Cyprus right now, and the weather has been atrocious. If you're thinking, oh, it's lovely, it's paradise, Hal's getting a nice little tan, it has been torrential rain and thunderstorms and hail and strong wind all day, and it is come out of absolutely nowhere. It's really odd.
Mate, like a lot of people who's watching this video right now have probably never met you in person. You are the whitest man I have ever met. Like, I am ginger and you're whiter than me.
I don't tan.
So in 35-degree heat, you're still not getting a tan.
I deliberately don't tan. I mean, people have seen some of the pictures I put on social media of me at the beach. I'm wearing more clothes than you wear in the bath.
Yeah. I should hope so as well.
I don't tan. Oh, yeah, I suppose I'm at the beach.
I think I wear loads of clothes in the bath for some reason.
It's not that kind of beach either. No, it's not me. It's not me. I don't suit it. I'm not interested. It takes too long. No one cares.
Fair enough. Fair enough. And when you've got really, really dark hair as well, you look a lot whiter.
Some might almost say suspiciously dark hair.
Don't say that. Don't say that out loud. That's on the internet forever now.
Yeah, I could care.
Right, let me talk about team news. Let's stop talking about you and your dyed hair, and we'll talk about team news. So I've literally grabbed this straight from Stuart McCall's mouth. That sounded weird. Doyle is still 50-50 for this game, so he might play, he might not play. McAtee is back in the squad, 100% fine. He trained this morning, so a clean bill of health from Saturday, a few bumps and bruises, but all will be fine for tomorrow night. Let's pop on screen right now the team that I'll say that I'm going to go for, but at the end of the day, it is the exact same team as the last game. That's how we started. This is how I think we're going to start in this one. I think the thing is, we've only got 2 games left to play before the World Cup. I'm not saying run the players into the ground, but at the same time, they were so fantastic in that second half that I just feel like let's just carry on where we left off in that game. It's possible we might see Osborne go into left wing back and see Doyle in there. We're just going to have to wait and see what happens. But I would love to see that team yet again because they finished that game majestically. And we were just looking for more and more goals.
Spot on. Yeah, I do actually agree as well with that lineup. Let's wait and see. Now, Rotherham, the opposition, they're in really poor form, not just away from home where they've won only once in 9 away games so far, but overall they've picked up 1 point in the last 5 matches, conceding 12 goals in the process. Rotherham find themselves in 17th position in the league table. In their last outing, they were on the end of a narrow 2-1 loss, but a loss nonetheless to Norwich City. They also lost before that to our recent opponents, Burnley, after being 2-1 up, losing 3-2. Rotherham have no injury worries ahead of the trip to Bramall Lane, at least my research tells me that. Watch out for veteran defender Richard Wood, who has 4 goals to his name already this season, a danger from set pieces, the former Pig. And the lineup, well, Johansson in goal, Harding, Wood and Peltier at the back, Bramall, Wiles, Barlasser, Rathbone, Norton Cuffy, which is a brilliant name, Washington, you've already mentioned, and 𝗏𝗍𝗍. So it's going to be, in my opinion, a 3-5-2. Now, the referee, and you can have a very deserving sigh for this one, Keith Stroud.
Not Keith Stroud, Hal.
The very same, from Hampshire, where I used to live. Last season, he took charge of 32 matches in all competitions. He gave 140 yellows, 4 reds, only 1 straight red, which is a very low figure to do that. He also only gave 3 penalties, which in 32 matches is incredibly low. You've got to chainsaw someone in the box to get a Keith Stroud penalty. This season, he's been in charge of 15 matches. He's given 78 yellows, 2 reds, and he's already given 2 penalties, one of which was against the Blades because he last refereed the Blades 1-0 defeat at Coventry this season. I know. I didn't think he had a great game in that. He was very noticeable, which is never the the right sign for a referee. He'd previously done our 1-1 draw at Bristol City on the 18th of April. He was also in charge of the Blades' 2-1 away win at Birmingham, the 4th of Feb, a game you very much enjoyed. And he refereed United's 2-1 win at home against Stoke on the 16th of October, 2021. That is your Keith Stroud stats.
Fantastic. Keep them, because we'll probably get Keith Stroud in another couple of games or something.
Well, of course, it feels like we've had him recently because he was meant to do the original game as well against Rotherham. So they always keep the referee the same, even when a game is rearranged.
Right. Fair enough. Fair enough. We'll probably get, is it Darren Bond another 7 times this season as well?
Sans Alice Band, I have to say. We knew that was going to be the case, but still disappointing.
The what? Sorry? What?
He wasn't wearing an Alice band. Sorry, I did a bit of Latin there. You should be able to have a basic grasp of Latin. Working at Dixon's.
Yeah, I was gutted about the no Alice band as well. He just looks like a normal referee now, doesn't he?
He just looks like a normal referee. We see them every week.
Yeah, we do. We don't want any more of that. Anyway, let's get into score prediction. And I went absolutely huge in this week's championship prediction video. I went for a 4-1 Blades win, I believe, in this one. So if you haven't gone and watched that prediction video, make sure you do. That is exactly what it looks like on screen right now. You will want to go and click on that afterwards because, it's not done very well. So I've gone for a big 4-1 Blades win in this game. I think it'll be maybe tighter than that, but how great we ended. I know I've said that a few times. I feel like we're just going to continue straight on into this one and smash them 4-1.
Well, first of all, the fact that if that video hasn't done well, we're not blaming you. We're blaming the algorithms. YouTube's doing some stuff at the moment. We'll get back to you on that. Nick's got big meetings with top brass at YouTube. And he's gonna let them know. Oh, is he gonna? He's not gonna hold back. No. So watch out. 2-0 Blades. I mean, Sheffield United have won the last 5 league games at Bramall Lane against the Millers, scoring 10 goals and conceding 0. So I had to take that into account. I mean, Rotherham's last win at Bramall Lane, I think we've got to go all the way back. I think I'm right in saying at the Lane was in September 1980. Now, of course, they have beaten us, at their place in that time. But this is the match at the Lane, so who cares? 2-0 United. That's my prediction.
I love how you said I've got to take that into account when maybe most of the players weren't even playing in that game.
The fact that obviously not in 1980, but we've just mentioned a game. Whenever we do this and we do the last time out, it's amazing how many players are still involved because we've had a not too much of a rotation of squads. Certainly not back in let's say the Marcelo days or your Dean Saunders days when you'd go through new strikers every month.
Exactly. Now, let's move straight on in to player connections, which is always my favorite section because I love remembering those legendary players and sometimes not so legendary players too. Now, Hal, how many players have you got for me this week?
Do you remember 2?
2? Okay. I'm assuming Connor Washington's one of them.
No.
Okay. Fair enough. I can't even think of any off the top of my head. I've not even thought about this before. Yeah,
it's actually not that easy. So it popped in the comments, players that played for Rotherham and Sheffield United. I've got a friend of the channel, Greg Halford. Watch our interview with him. It's a good one.
Manager connection.
Neil Warnock.
That's a good one.
Very good one. Also, Nicky Law for another player that played for both.
You are reaching there.
He started against Manchester United, man. Played for Rangers.
Yeah.
Facts. And Rotherham, crucially, for this portion. If you could think of any others, pop them in the comments below.
Fantastic. Right. I think we're done there. The Blades. Hopefully the Blades can get another win and then we can get another win after that and finish before the World Cup as top of the tree. I'm going to be here for a match reaction straight after the Rotherham game. I will see you there. Thank you very much, Hal, and bye-bye.